5 marriage-based red flags that USCIS will take into account and they will look at when they are determining whether or not to approve your marriage-based petition. And this is not in any one particular order. So, number 1, if you all do not live together. Now, here's the thing. We all know that there's situations where you don't live together. You might be young, might be students, might be saving up for a home, things like that. But just understand that that is a red flag, and they will take that into account when they're looking to approve or deny your application. Number 2, if you've been married multiple times, so you've had a couple different marriages, and they might have been in like short periods of time, and that person has applied for you for your green card. So if you're the immigrant, you've been married a couple different times to a US citizen, and maybe those people have applied for your green card and maybe they withdrew it or something happened, the government is going to take a second look at that and wonder, what is going on? Number 3, filing single on your taxes. So if you're a US citizen, you're married to an immigrant, and you're filing single on your taxes, they're going to wonder why. Here's the thing. You can still file jointly, right, on your taxes, but you can file married filing single, all right? Understanding that your spouse might not be able to make any money right now because they're in the country and they don't have a work authorization. But just flat out filing single when you are married, that can be a problem. Number 4, if you guys don't have like enough evidence, like enough bona fides, like you just, are sending in, we have maybe, a joint telephone bill, or, we might have a joint lease or something like that. That is not enough evidence to show that your marriage is bona fide, that you marry for love and not a green card. So that is definitely a red flag for USCIS. And number 5, if you don't have a love story. One thing that I always ask our clients is, I would like, tell me your story, right? Tell me how you met. Tell me how, you proposed, how you got here today, things like that. If you don't have that to tell to USCIS, then all they're looking at is some papers that were filled out, maybe a couple photos, little bit of evidence, things like that. Then they're wondering, is this for real? So if you plan on filing your marriage-based petition in 2026, because it's coming up, you must make sure that it's tight, and you must make sure that immigration is not going to think that you married for a green card, or married for a green card, right? And not for love. So make sure that you think about those things before you just simply say, it's just filling out paperwork and turning in evidence, because it's so much more.